Welcome back to Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. This is our third episode. Our adventurers left from Candlekeep and have been traveling, making their way to Icewind Dale. They are currently on the Tin Trail, following a caravan led by a furbolg named Matthew Donna. They have just entered the region that is affected by the everlasting Rime. So you guys, I think it's the 21st Valiasis, and you guys just spent your first full day. The 20th was the first full day you spent traveling in the weird darkness, and it is now the 21st. You did get paid your first end of your first 10 day, and you got information about a contact named Dazan, and some kind of divination or prophecy that said the codicil is key. And you guys played around in some snow, and you're moving along. It's been pretty tough the past day, traveling through the mountains in this snowy conditions. But you're trucking forth. Anything else you guys want to do, or look around for, or say to each other? So it's another day waking up. It's dark out. You do see the aurora in the morning. There is, let's see, there's some light snow this morning. But yeah, it is weird waking up and it's just full dark out. But everyone getting their animals ready, getting stuff packed up, ready to go for the day.
Is it like dark where we would like need torches and stuff like that?
There probably are people up front leading. The aurora actually does give a little bit of light to see by. It's not a lot. And you're also at, what day did I say this was? The 21st. There is still kind of a crescent moon up. So there's a little bit of moonlight.
Cool.
Here in the Spine of the World Mountains, here's kind of just a graphic of what it looks like. Some sharp, jagged mountains. That's a place where there's just a few rocky peaks, but there's other places where you're traveling up and over stuff, terrain that looks like that. So in some cases, it's pretty difficult travel.
Looks very inviting.
Yeah, that's what most people think about Icewind Dale, and you're not even there yet. Okay, so you guys are spending another day traveling through the mountains. Anything of note you guys want to do? Then another day of traveling passes. I rolled a natural 20, so it actually goes pretty well. It is, it's kind of uneventful other than just the cold and the snow and traveling through mountains, but it's a good day of travel. You get to it's kind of a makeshift shelter to sleep in. It is pretty cold, but it seems to protect you from the elements. And you guys, if there's nothing else, you guys can have a good night's sleep.
Would we notice, like, throughout, like, each day that we're traveling, is it getting colder or is it getting darker?
I'll say it kind of varies because you are going like up and down mountains. So depending on, there are places where you're higher up, you get hit by more wind, or there's other places you're kind of heading down into more of a ravine and you're kind of protected a bit from the wind. So wind is a big factor in the snow and the cold. The light situation when you do get a few hours a day of actual sunlight, again, it's the same. Like the sun is very low in the sky, and so depending on where you are relative to the mountains, it could be blocking most of that. So it's pretty dark and cold. I'll say that's not super immersive, but it's dark and cold. It's not it's traveling through mountains in winter conditions. All right, another day begins. Kind of the same deal. You're waking up. It's still dark out, and yeah, like you've heard, you've seen it for yourself now. The morning light doesn't really begin until like 10 a.m. And by mid-afternoon, it's dark again.
I can't remember. Have we asked? Have we asked Matthew if he knows what the codicil is? If he knows what that means?
I don't remember you asking him.
Okay, I can't remember like how late we got that message about the codicil. If that was the last thing we did.
Yeah, that would have been on the night of the 20th. Okay. So that was the first night. So the 19th was the first day you saw the darkness, and you decided to take camp outside of it. And so the 20th was the first day you spent a full day entering the everlasting rime, as they call it. And that night is when you got your message from Candlekeep.
Okay. I would probably have asked him like that next day then what if he knows anything about a codicil.
Okay. He doesn't really know much about what that could be referring to.
Okay.
Basically kind of what you know, like a codicil might be like a book or a scroll or some kind of tome.
Okay.
He knows what the word codicil means.
Okay.
But, he's not sure what that would be in reference to.
Okay.
Could we do like, I'm not sure this is the right check, like a history check to see is codicil like, say, a word in like giant, infernal, elvish, anything like that?
Sure. Make a general intelligence roll.
All right, that's at 11.
It doesn't seem familiar outside of the meaning you know in common.
Okay.
That's smart. Be like a different meaning of something in a different language.
Okay, going through this day, you go through most of the day. It's kind of the same. There's uphill areas. Some of them are kind of icy here, and you have to kind of help some of the wagons push up the mountain. It is nice in the sunlight. It does feel a bit warmer for the little bit you get to see the sun. Coming close to sunset, which is like 2 p.m.-ish, Matthew Donna seems to stop, and he looks up at one of the peaks nearby. And Earl, you see what he sees. I'm going to have everyone else make a perception check.
Seven.
18.
10 for me.
Sorry, 10, okay. I'll say Kishesi and Dewey, you don't even notice that everyone else stopped. You're kind of just walking along.
Probably like
Jack, you
not paying attention.
Yeah. Jack, you see that he kind of stopped and looked up, but you didn't really you didn't see what he's looking at. But Earl, you notice he's looking up at the peak. You're kind of going in kind of a ravine between two peaks, And up to the left, there is, it looks like a figure walking way up above you on one of the mountain cliffs. And Matthew Donna has stopped to notice this as well.
Am I next to Matthew so like we could talk?
Sure. Or you could run up to him. You're not that far.
I'll go up to Matthew. Is that a person up there?
That's what it looks like. I'm not sure. It could be a goblin that doesn't seem too big. Could be a dwarf.
Are we near a settlement or anything?
No, but there are creatures and tribes who wander these mountains. I think we should just be careful that we could be walking into an ambush.
Should we warn the others?
So he thinks about it for a moment. He's kind of wondering like what if it makes sense to alarm anyone else right now if they don't notice. But definitely the people who are there to be like anyone, the fighters should be notified of a possible ambush. So I was like, yeah, go let your friends know.
That figure, we just saw that it was a figure. We didn't see whether like it was like moving fast or if it had any kind of like anything in its hand.
Yeah, so it's dark, and you kind of just saw like the outline from like the sunset, and it looks like a smaller creature, like a humanoid creature. Yeah. And it was probably wearing furs of some kind. So it's also kind of trying to think of the word to say. Like it was covered up, so it was hard to make out any specifics.
Hmm. Okay. I'll go back to Jack and company. Hey guys, I saw something. Looked kind of weird.
Like what?
Like someone's watching us. I'd keep an eye out.
Be like, where is it? Where? Look around.
Yeah, make another perception check.
It's a little better. 16.
16 looking up. Yeah, you do when you're directed to it, you do see there's something moving up on that peak. So something's walking across the snow.
I'll pull out my longbow and look too.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make another perception check.
I squinted. Oh, I got 4.
Yeah, it's really hard to make out.
Vision.
You kind of just see the shadow of the peak in the dimming light.
Dewey, you got the cat eyes.
I know. Well, is there any sort of like extra looking or whatever that we could kind of, or if we're continuing to move forward, can I like keep an eye on it and kind of like study it to see if I can get more clues as far as like, you know, what it looks like, what it's kind of doing to try to figure out what kind of creature it is?
You can try to, if you want to. Basically, you want to try and like stop and try to just look from where you're at, or do you want to try and get closer, or are you going to try and watch while you're still marching with the caravan? Or
I'm just going to be like watching it the whole time we're moving.
Yeah, it looks like basically a small person bundled up in winter clothes and walking, kind of pacing back and forth along this cliffside, pretty much above and in front of you to the left.
Okay. I'm just going to be like, you know, I'm like that on him.
Oh, what?
You do see occasionally that person very conspicuously like watches your caravan. So they've noticed you guys.
Okay. We've noticed him.
What did Matthew say? He didn't tell us what he thought it would be.
He thought it might be a goblin or a dwarf or something like that. The goblins in this region are known for setting ambushes, so he's basically called on you guys and some of his like fighters to be aware.
Okay. So, do you want to just keep moving or send a scout ahead apart from the group?
Can I like get on top of one of the like carts or something?
Yeah, sure. Certainly can.
Like I'm imagining like Old West caravans.
Sure.
Like the Oregon Trail.
There's probably some just like a wagon stacked with crates. There's probably some that are like have like that covered awning.
Okay.
If yeah.
I'll be on one that's stacked with crates because that seems like I could stand on it a little bit easier. I'm gonna like be up there to have like an extra kind of like higher ground.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dexterity check. Just because this is moving on not the smoothest terrain and it is snowy and wet.
I get it. That was a natural 20.
All right, yeah.
So
you've
I'm a cat.
Yeah, no problem keeping your balance. And yeah, watching that for a little bit as you're getting closer, you see there's probably more than one of them up there.
Oh, okay.
Well, group, I kind of feel like if Matt's okay going ahead, I mean, why not move forward and just keep our eyes peeled?
Yeah,
keep our eyes peeled. If you got shields, keep your shields up.
Yeah, you can tell some of the other people along with you, they've noticed as well. So you're getting closer. There's definitely multiple figures up there. They seem to be conversing with each other.
Okay.
Occasionally, one of them will come back and walk around and look towards you guys, and then go back to the group. All right. You guys keep marching forward. And yeah, it's getting dark, and you do see, watching them, you do see what seems to be like a spark or a fire, like they've lit a campfire or something, a bonfire up there. And make another perception check.
Everybody?
Anyone who's watching the situation, which I assume is all of you.
13.
21.
11.
Okay, Earl, you notice that with that light, I'll say the rest of you, the light seems to kind of be obscuring them more. It's kind of, you're in this darkness and you see this kind of bright light, so you're kind of squinting at it. But Earl, you notice it lights them up, and they seem to be upset at each other. They seem to be arguing about it.
About the light?
Yeah, like someone messed up by lighting that right now. This is what the feeling you get.
If I'm near Matthew, I'll tell him that.
Okay, yeah. Before you even really get there, you see all of them start running. So they kind of run behind the peak where you can't see them anymore, but this light is still there.
So they ran like away from us?
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to be seen, and they're like, "Oh crap, they saw us."
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Or something was attracted to their fire, more scary than us.
Well, I'll go to Matthew and tell him that I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, that's...
and the rest of Jack doing company.
Okay, and yeah, Matthew was like, yeah, it looks like maybe they had some kind of trap planned, and they may have set it off, and it didn't go the way they wanted to. I think we should just try and hurry and move through here. But be careful, just in case that's a distraction. And so yeah, he's kind of motioning people just to kind of hurry along.
Okay.
I'd say about 2 minutes passes. You guys are kind of coming up on it. It's pretty much right above you, and suddenly there's just a loud bang. The whatever fire thing was up there, it has exploded. So right above you, large explosion on a snowy mountain. And if you've ever seen Mulan,
Oh god.
you see a large shift of the snow on the mountain peak next to you. Let's roll for initiative against an avalanche.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah, Matthew Donna sees it and immediately shouts out, "Run!"
Great.
19.
Where's initiative?
It is near the top of your character sheet.
It's next to armor class.
It's
Yes.
right underneath bonus proficiency bonus.
Oh, thank you.
Kashesi was 12, is that right?
What was that?
What was your number?
19.
19, okay.
10.
14.
9 for me. I wasted my natural 20 on getting on top of this cart.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the cat.
Rolling really bad. Everything else.
I mean, but you would have been, if you rolled a 1 on that, you would have been really upset that you just fell over off the cart.
That's true.
Cat would have been embarrassed.
Okay, Kashesi, you're up first. You are basically we've paused time. You are in a caravan with around 30 people carrying carts and backpacks and stuff. And above you is a bunch of snow about to fall and wipe everyone out. What would you like to do for your turn?
Oh dear. For my turn. Time is frozen.
Yeah, so basically each turn is approximately 6 seconds of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can you can have a movement up to your speed, and you can take an action and you can take a bonus action. You can do those in order.
I want to... Dang it. Is it possible for me to use Gust to push people out of the way?
Sure, let's read what Gust does.
Alright, let's see here. Alright. You seize the air compelled to create one of the following effects at a point you can see within range. One medium or smaller creature that you choose succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you. You create a small blast of air capable of moving one object that is neither held nor carried that weighs no more than 5 pounds.
Okay, so if other people are already running and they're in front of you and you're trying to push them in the same way that you're already going,
Mm-hmm.
I will say we can have them skip the strength saving throw and have them just accept it. They're not trying to resist your Gust.
Okay.
So yeah, you can help move one person.
All right. I guess you would be closest to me because they're probably the most in danger.
Okay. Did you want it to be one of your other party members, or did you want it to be one of the other people in the caravan?
I'm gonna try to help Dewey.
Dewey is currently on top of a wagon.
Oh yeah, jeez, I forgot about
Dewey's
that.
fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it.
I have a shell. Don't worry about me.
Well, I will push one of the innocent folks who are not one of the brave warriors in the group.
Okay. Yeah, you see, they started running and they're unexpectedly pushed forward, but they aren't concerned. They're kind of just trying to run. So you've helped move along somewhat. All right, Jack is up. Oh, did you want to move too on your turn?
I think I'm happy with that result.
Okay, but did you also want to move yours? Let me see. Your speed is. Did you also want to move 30 feet yourself?
Ah, yes, that would be nice.
Okay. Okay. Jack is up.
What sort of clearance it looks like to like get out of this? Like how far we need to go?
You are kind of coming over a ridge, so the next area is you're heading down for quite a ways.
Okay.
So this Pete, you're kind of like in this like little ravine, but you're kind of coming up and over down. Does that make sense?
Okay. So like the goal is that we just like should run up to the top of it, and that should get us like
basically if you so it's kind of coming down from your left, but where it's going to hit, it's going to try and push down the hill in front of you.
Okay.
So I think what it seems like Matthew Don is trying to do, he's trying to get ahead of it so you're not trapped by it on the back side of it.
Okay. And does that look to be like the head of it is like 60 feet? Is it like, I guess I'm trying to like judge how far.
It's a ways up. Okay. So as it's falling, it'll take a little while to fall.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be a couple of rounds before it gets to you guys. But if you stood still, it's just going to drop on top of you.
Yeah.
Do y'all think the snow globe of shelter would be a good option?
With the globe?
Or just running?
Well, that might be a bit of metagaming, but I'd imagine like if the avalanche goes on the snow globe, then we're still buried underneath it.
Yeah.
You guys know the snow globe will last for about 10 hours.
All right, so it's my turn to run. Basically.
Yeah. If you just want to run, you can take a dash and move twice your movement speed.
Okay. So it's coming from the left. Can I run up the hill to the right?
You could try to. It's pretty steep. So you could run for a ways and then try and start climbing.
Man. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I could do to help anybody else.
Run.
Yeah. I'll just dash, I guess, forward.
Okay. Is your speed 30? Most people's speed is 30. Yeah, all of your speeds are 30, so you can make it 60 feet forward.
All right, I'll go with that.
Okay.
And then don't I got a bonus action or something?
You can take a bonus action if you have one. I don't know that you have one to take.
Can I go on my shell for a bonus action?
Mm-hmm. Shell defense is a full action.
Okay.
So if you do that, you do that instead of dashing.
Nope, I'm good with dash.
Okay. All right, then Earl's turn.
Before I go with my simple flee, like dash, whatever. The spell command, it says a creature. I'm assuming an avalanche is not considered a creature unless a creature caused the avalanche.
The avalanche is not a creature.
Had to try. Okay. Then in that case,
that'd be interesting though. But
then in that case, Earl, well, I'll take all my gear with me and dash the same as Jack.
Sure, you could make it 60 feet. And yeah, several of the other people around you. Some of them are just abandoning their wagons and just maybe taking a single pack and running along with you. You don't really see anyone dawdling. Everyone's aware of the situation, and they are moving. Now it's the avalanche's turn, and it is going to basically snow is going to fall about 300 feet. So it's in the process of falling. All right, and now it's Dewey's turn.
I was going to use my feline agility to double my speed.
Okay, let's see what that does. Can you go ahead and read it?
It just says, when you move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns.
Okay, that's interesting. So you're going to use that now to double your speed. Mm-hmm. So your speed is 60.
Yeah.
Then I assume you are going to want to dash as your action?
Yeah, I think I could double that.
Yeah, so you can make it 120 feet.
Woohoo!
But I think you can only use that once until you take a rest.
It says I can't use it again until I move 0 feet on one of my turns.
Oh, got it.
So I'd have to just not move at some point.
Got it.
And I can get it again.
So yeah, you guys, everyone's kind of running away, and everyone just sees Dewey just sprinting ahead. All right, and the avalanche gets 2 turns per round, so it continues falling. A good chunk of it has now large chunks of ice and snow have fallen behind you, where you guys have just run away from. And Kashesi's turn is back up.
Can I just continue to run?
Yeah.
I think most people are out of range, I think now. Don't have to use Gust anymore.
Okay, yeah. You want to go ahead and run 60 feet?
Yep.
All right. Jack's turn.
I'll keep running. I'll do another 60.
All right. Earl's turn.
Yep, let's keep running.
Yep, Jack and Earl are catching up to where Dewey is. And the avalanche, yeah, it fills in that whole ravine where you just were. And it's starting to fall down the hill, kind of in pursuit of you guys. And it is Dewey's turn.
So wait, are we out of its range, or are we?
No, it hasn't hit you yet. It kind of just landed where you just were at the beginning of this.
Oh, okay.
So a bunch of snow from I don't know which is left and right on the screen. This is my left. From the left, it fell down. Mm-hmm. You guys were here, and you've moved here.
Oh, we're
So
going
as
down
this-
the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going up the hill out of the way. Oh, okay. That's a different story.
I mean, the other side is pretty steep. If you wanted to try and climb that, you probably aren't going to make it.
Okay. Is there any sort of like insight, like a bend or some sort of something to like get behind? You know?
Make
Or
a
a piece
perception
of-
check.
You know, like Mulan. There was a nice, really good rock that they could go behind. Okay, that's better. 21.
21. It's further ahead.
Okay.
It's maybe 200 or so feet ahead of you.
Okay.
And there's also some of the wagons that are still being pulled. You could try to stop and flip one of them up or something. But as far as like a natural kind of shelter from this, it's still a little bit ahead of you.
Okay. I will like point and yell, like head for the rock. And I will do
Okay.
the dash, another 60.
Okay. Okay. And the Avalanche, it did lose a lot of power since it came down and smashed this way. It is starting to come follow you, but it has lost a lot of its momentum and energy. It is going to move towards you. It's about 180 feet towards you. No, that's not correct. 80 feet towards you, not 100. And it's Jesse's turn.
All right. Just going to run in the direction that Dewey pointed out.
Okay. And Jack?
Are wagons nearby?
There are. Some of them were kind of abandoned. People who were manually pulling them kind of just left them. The people who had animals, some of them cut their animals free. Some of them are just basically telling their animals to gallop. So some of the wagons were abandoned. Some of them are coming.
Can I jump on a galloping wagon and go faster downhill? Since now we're like getting with it.
You can try. Give me an acrobatics check.
Uh-oh. Turtles and acrobatics. I don't know. All right, 15.
15 is pretty good. You are able to catch the back of one and grab on. You don't have you didn't have like a great landing, but you're holding on to it. I'll say you're kind of snow skiing on the back of it. I'll say that.
I'm gonna bite it too for good measure.
Okay.
Do it like
You gotta
on your
get-
shell, like be on your back and like like you're what is
Yep.
it like you're tubing down the hill.
Yep, I'll withdraw in my shell, so there's a lot less friction.
Okay.
But except for one arm. Except for one
Okay.
arm is holding on to it, or just my head.
Okay. Jack is now skiing behind a wagon getting pulled by two horses.
I can ride on my chest if you want. We'll just saucer it down the hill.
Yeah.
All right. Earl, you see all this happen in front of you? It's your turn.
I'm gonna. Okay, if Jack is
On the saucer.
if Jack is acting like a turtle snowboard, I'm gonna try to jump on one of the two horses he's riding on.
They are further ahead, so he's like behind. So Jack, and then the wagon, and then the horses.
Okay, Jack, wagon, horse.
Yeah, then you're behind all of them.
How far behind am I?
I'll say 30 feet.
Could I run 30 feet and then try to jump on the horse?
I'll say yes. You'll have to. Trying to jump on a galloping horse, going downhill in the snow from a run. I'll let you roll for it, but it's not going to be easy.
Throw your rope. I'll catch it.
I'll let you choose to make a athletics check or an animal handling check.
We're not gonna go athletics. We're gonna go animal handling, definitely.
All right. And I would say this is going to be a difficult one, so roll high.
Okay, no pressure. Come on, dice, be kind to me. Oh, woohoo! 21.
You barely are able to grab onto basically a saddlebag and pull yourself up. Yeah.
How fast are they going on the horses? Like, what's their speed?
They're going pretty fast.
Okay.
I'd say to make it make sense, it can't be more than 60 feet per round, or you wouldn't be able to catch up to them.
Yeah.
We're not going to figure out the specifics because then the physics of this will fall apart.
I yell yeehaw.
It's game logic.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll say they're going 60 feet per round. They're dashing like you guys are.
Okay, cool.
All right. So exciting. And so the avalanche is now going to move again. And it has caught up to. It is. I was gonna say it's just behind you guys. So with Jack and Earl are attached to this wagon, which is pretty much next to Kashesi. You guys are about in the same spot. The avalanche has moved up. It's like just behind you. There's snow. You can hear it. It sounds super weird. All this snow crushing like right behind. So it hasn't touched you yet, but it is right there. Dewey is still about 30 feet ahead. And it's Dewey's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do another dash to go 60 again. But I'm also gonna use a bonus action to blow my horn and give Kashesi a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
And is that's a 6-sided die?
Yes. You can roll a d6. It lasts for 10 minutes. And it's for an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that it can be added. Either it can be added before or after the roll, but before the outcome.
All right, so yeah, when you make basically, I think it's pretty much any roll with a d20, you can add another d6 to it.
Just in case.
All right. And Dewey is about 80 feet away from that rock she sees that she can hide behind.
Okay.
And the avalanche is going to move. And it is going to... It moves another 80 feet. So it's basically just going to cover up Kashesi, Jack, and Earl, your whole wagon, a bunch of the other caravanners who are with you. And it's coming up, it's about 10 feet behind Dewey. So the three of you, I'm going to have you roll a strength saving throw. And I'm going to give Jack a advantage on that. So you can basically roll it twice and take the better one.
Okay.
That's the D20, right?
Yep, roll a d20 and add your strength saving throw. The saving throws are on the upper left of your character sheet.
Ah, crap.
Okay.
Yeah, got an 8.
You can use your
23.
inspiration.
Ah, yes, you're right.
So you can roll a d6 to add to that.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
D6s. This one. Yeah. Oh, 1.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my song was not inspiring enough for you.
It was catchy, though.
So what did Earl get?
Well, it was a natural 20, but with my -1 modifier, 19.
Okay, and what did Jack get?
23.
Okay. So, Kashesa, you get knocked down by a bunch of snow, and you end up taking 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Jack, in your shell, it still hits you, and it kind of bounces you around a bit, but it's only 2 bludgeoning damage. The shell kind of protected you, but you lost your grip on the wagon. You are not buried in snow. You're still kind of on top of it, but you got shaken up a bit.
Surfing.
Earl, you got knocked off of your horse, and you still You landed in, interestingly, kind of just soft snow, but it kind of rushed over top of you. You still take 2 bludgeoning damage, but you are now underneath a little bit of snow.
Okay.
Where do you record your damage?
So near the top of your character sheet, the upper right, it should show you your current and your max. And so at the moment, everyone should have been at full health. And so if you put in a number next to that, like your 2, and then click the damage button, it'll subtract it from your current hit points.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Avalanche.
All right, and it is Dewey's turn. You just, I'll say you kind of saw what happened. You're probably more focused on what's ahead of you, but you know that it's kind of only a little bit behind you, and it's coming up fast.
Yeah. I guess all I can do is dash again.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
like
another
20
60
feet
feet?
from that rock, right?
Yeah.
God. Okay. I know it's going to hit me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as the avalanche is going to take another turn.
Oh, sorry.
And,
Can I give a as I'm doing, I want to do I will give I'll give Jack a bardic inspiration too.
Right.
Toot him out to everybody.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you got that D6. All right, and yeah, the avalanche continues to move, and it covers over all of you now. So yeah, I'm gonna have all of you make that strength saving throw again.
Me too.
Yes.
Okay.
Does Bardic add on to that?
Yeah, so after you roll it, then you can also roll a D6 and add that to it. And I'll say, Jack, you can still do yours at advantage.
Okay, but 1d6 roll, not 2 of both. Okay, I'm good with that. 17.
So you said 17? Okay.
Is there
19
any
again.
sort of reaction you can have to it? Like knowing it's coming up on you to like jump to like, so you're not as buried. You know what I mean?
Or like a way to brace yourself?
You can try the avalanche at this point. It is about. This tells me it's about 30 feet thick of snow. So your jump, unless you are jumping super high, probably isn't going to make much of a difference. Okay, so Earl's was 19. What did Dewey get on the save?
16.
And Kishesi?
18.
18. Okay, all of you are going to take. That's a low roll. So you only took 1 point of bludgeoning damage. But you are now all kind of buried in snow. And while you are buried in snow, you are blinded and restrained.
Nice.
And being blinded basically means you can't see, and being restrained means you can't move. You can't walk.
Can we move our arm?
Yeah, and it's cold. So coming up on Kashesi's turn, you can try to dig yourself free with an action.
Okay.
Which is kind of the primary thing you can do unless you have something else. So I assume that's what you're going to do.
Okay.
You'd have to make a athletics check.
All right. Yep. Uh, 16.
16. That was enough. You pull yourself up to the surface, and you're able to stand up. The snow around you is still moving, so it's kind of carrying you a little bit. But you were able to manage to get unburied.
Okay.
And get on top of it. All right, and it is Jack's turn. You kind of have the same thing. I won't make you take an action to come out of your shell. I think that's... Oh, you can emerge from your shell as a bonus action. So if you want to come out of your shell and then try to climb out of the snow, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have claws too. So is that what kind of throw is that?
Athletics.
$14.
14, you didn't quite make it.
Here's my question. Can I ask? Because I was going to ask it for me, since he has claws too.
I still have Bardic.
Are there any bonus that you can add for having claws? Because there's bonus like over like an unarmed strike. Do you know what I mean? Like in this case, would you get any bonus that you have claws that are like a little bit better with kind of digging out at something? Like it's a D4 for claws, I think.
Technically, by the rules, no, because it's just an athletics check.
Okay.
And the claws basically give you a bonus to damage, not to athletics. So I kind of want to say the claws are already factored into your athletics score.
Okay.
Which I know it doesn't give you a bonus to your athletics, but that's I think going by the rules as written, it doesn't have any effect here. I can't remember.
Am I still under Bardic Inspiration for my athletics check?
Did you use it on your saving throw?
I used it once already, but does it last 10 minutes?
No, it's just you have basically It's like if we were all sitting at a table, it's like she gave you one dice, and once you use it, it's spent.
I see.
Yeah, it's you have the opportunity like within 10 minutes to use it once. Is how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It gets cooler
Okay.
later on. We have to level up.
So yeah, Jack has come out and basically tried to climb up, but the snow around you is still moving and pushing you, so you didn't quite break the surface, and it's also difficult. You can't really see what's going on. All right, and it's Earl's turn.
All right, since the Earl is not known for athletics, can I try to use Sacred Flame as a cantrip to basically blast a tunnel out with flame?
Let's read what Sacred Flame does.
It says this is the key though. Like it says descends on a creature that you can see within range. I would say I know blinded, but maybe like thinking like I just like I'm looking up is my thinking.
Okay, I'll let you try it. So it is doing radiant damage and not fire damage, which would be more of the thing that melts snow. But you can try to damage the snow with your Sacred Flame.
Okay, let's see how this one goes.
So yeah, the interesting. How do I make the avalanche make a dexterity saving throw? Let's see. You hit obviously because you're within it. So I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna make something up. So I'm just basically gonna roll dice to see how effective it was. That's kind of medium. What I'll say is, if you want to do the strength check or the athletics check to climb out, I will make it easier. So you've reduced the difficulty of that check.
Okay, that's good because I'm a -1 for my athletics check. I need all the help I can get. 14?
14 normally would not have been enough. You needed a 15, but with your Sacred Flame, you've blasted away some of the top layer of snow, so you've found the top of it.
Okay.
So I'll say you basically crawled up and like got to the surface, but you haven't completely climbed out.
I'm like the cat being on the branch.
Yeah. You're not blinded anymore. You're not restrained. You could easily, if it doesn't push you back down again, you could get up next turn.
Okay.
All right. Well, and this is the Avalanche's turn, so we'll see what happens. It's definitely. Try to get back. First combat is with an avalanche. How's it going?
Very fun.
Have fun while on top.
I was looking forward to that shelter.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, the avalanche is clearly starting to slow down, but it's still moving. It's pushed you all about another 80 feet. So it's pushing you past that stone you were after, and everyone's going to have to make the strength saving throw again.
And it'll be 12.
Ooh. 10. 10.
12.
So Kashesi, Jack, and Earl, you're going to take another 5 bludgeoning damage, and it's pushing you back down. Dewey takes 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, good.
And it's Dewey's turn.
Okay. So I've passed the rock that I was wanting to go to. And I can't. Okay. Yeah.
And
okay.
you're buried in snow.
I'm buried, so I can't see like a new. I don't know that I've passed it yet. Okay. Question. In my trying to get out, can I use my mage hand as an additional hand to help?
Let me see. Mage hand, I believe, can pick up 10 pounds of something.
Yeah.
So it can help by 10 pounds worth of snow.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what that equates to yet, but yeah, I can. If you're doing it, I can do kind of the similar thing with the Sacred Flame. It can help you a little bit.
All right. Okay. So what is it again? It's athletics.
Athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not acrobatics. I can't try to like.
You can't leap through the snow.
Leap out my way? No. Okay. Okay. That is going to be 15.
The 15, you barely make it up, and yeah, you can get up and you can stand up.
Okay.
And yeah, the snow underneath you is still moving, but it has started to slow down.
Okay. Can I search to see if there's another another rock or something off to the side, like coming up?
I'll say make a perception check with disadvantage.
That's gonna be 12.
12. It looks like there's a couple spots up ahead.
Okay.
But it's just you're moving and it's dark and you see other people struggling to climb out of the snow, and there's a lot of chaos going on right now.
Okay. Can I do my dancing lights around me?
Does that require an action?
It's
because I think technically.
Okay.
I think we've already been bending rules because technically Mage Hand is an action, and then digging yourself out is an action.
Okay.
And then looking ahead is an action.
Okay.
So this is already a lot going on this turn.
Okay.
Action packed.
Am I allowed to bonus action and give Earl a bardic inspiration?
You cannot see Earl. Do you require sight for it?
Check that.
I don't know if you do require sight because you could like sing or do something with sound.
They just have to be able to hear me within 60 feet that hears me blow my horn.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Be inspired. Hear my horn. Okay, cool. All right.
Who did you say received that?
Earl.
Earl, okay. Earl, you have a D6 you can add.
All right.
And the avalanche is going to move again. Yeah, it's definitely slowing down. This time it only moved another 20 feet. I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh. I can do that. Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you managed to, with your feline dexterity, you managed to stay upright, surfing on this moving snow as it starts to settle. Yeah, carried you about another 20 feet.
Okay, I'm heading towards whatever the next rock area is to me.
Okay. And the other three of you are going to have to make your strength saving throw again.
Uh, 13.
Nine.
18.
So Kashesi and Jack, you'll take another 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and Earl is 1.
1, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens if I run?
What was that?
Go ahead.
What happens if I'm at like 1 hit point, right? Do I die next?
So if you reach 0 hit points, you don't die, but you become unconscious.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
And once you're unconscious, you have a risk of death. There's a process of rolling, and if you fail 3 times, then your character will die.
Oh no.
So reaching 0 isn't death, but it opens the opportunity to death.
Okay.
All right, and it's Kashesi's turn. Yeah, after triumphantly climbing out of the snow, you just got pushed back under the snow. So I assume you're going to try and climb out again?
Yeah, I'm going to try to climb out again.
Okay, that's another athletics check.
All right. That's 5.
5, yeah, you kind of struggle with it. You don't get very far.
Gotcha.
You're so
Jack is
short.
up.
I have a general question. Can you lay hands on yourself?
You can. That would be your action. So.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna. I'll just withdraw in my shell. Wait till the avalanche stops moving.
Okay.
Before trying again.
You can do that. All right, then Earl is up. Yeah, you had radiantly blasted your way to the surface just to get covered again.
Yay! Is the avalanche still moving?
It seems to be close to done. But yeah, in the past turn, it has moved you more.
All right, let's sacred flame it.
Okay.
Get out.
Okay. I have a number, so go ahead and make your athletics check to try and climb out.
I'm gonna use my thank you, Dewey, for bardic inspiration.
Yay. Roll a 6.
Oh yay! I actually rolled a 6.
Yay!
Which I needed because I had a 12 on the other, so 18.
18, you do climb your way out. And you're able to stand up on top. All right, and it seems that the avalanche has stopped. And it is Dewey's turn.
Okay, so it's like stopped.
Yeah, it seems to be mostly stopped. There's probably like you can hear some things still settling. There's definitely a bunch of people trying to clamber their way up. There's horses and dogs and other animals who are on the trip who are fighting in the snow. There's some people digging, trying to get their stuff out.
But I don't need to worry about running more, right? Like
it doesn't seem to be pushing you anymore.
Okay. I just didn't know if that was still like an imminent, like first priority thing. Okay, so if I see that it's settled, can I do like a perception check to see if I see my comrades?
Sure.
Uh, 17.
Yeah, you clearly see Earl, who's gotten up,
Okay.
and I will say you can see one of the others. I will see who can you see. You can see where Kashesi is.
But like she's buried.
Yeah, she's buried, but you can see kind of basically a sunken hole, and I assume you might be calling out or something. There's some way you can identify that's where she is. She's having some trouble trying to get up.
If she isn't that far away from me, can I go to her and try to assist? How far away is she?
Yeah, you can get there, and let me see. Okay, here the rule is that you can spend 1 minute freeing another creature buried in the snow. So it'll take you a minute, but you can help get Kashesi out.
Okay.
So a minute will be several rounds.
Oh.
It'll be it's like 10 rounds.
Well, can I just give her an assist on her next turn then?
Sure, we can say it that way. You can basically take the help action.
Yeah.
To give her advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes the rules are just more of a suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay. And Kashesi, you can have your turn now. You can roll your athletics check with advantage.
All right. Not too great. We got 6.
You roll it twice and take the higher one.
Okay. 13.
13, you're still not quite there. Jack's turn.
Can I use my bonus action before I do anything to get out of my shell?
You can, yes. Yep, you can do those in any order.
So, well, I'll withdraw from my shell and start digging.
Okay, yeah, you can make your athletics check.
7.
You don't make much progress. You're digging through snow. You can't really orient yourself. All right, then Earl is up.
How close am I to... Who's the closest person in my party right now that I can see?
So you can see Dewey digging through the snow, trying to help Kashesi.
Can I see Kaseshi?
Basically, you can see an indentation in the snow where someone seems to be buried. But I'll say no, you can't see her directly.
There's an extra breeze coming from that general direction, so that's how I figured it out.
Alrighty, I will go and assist in the digging.
Okay. So you can take the help action, basically, or you can, if neither of these, if she keeps not able to make the check, basically the two of you will have her dug out in about 30 seconds.
Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like we would be getting some headway here.
which a minute isn't that long, but in terms of D&D rounds, it's so long.
Yeah.
So
in the meantime, if I'm helping to dig out, that means I can only see Dewey right now since she and I are trying to dig.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. There's other people from the caravan around. There's other people trying to help other people out of snow, and people looking for things they dropped and all the stuff. No one seems super hurt at the moment. Kind of like you guys, they took some hits from the snow, but they're basically just picking themselves up and trying to just get up, basically.
Well, since I can only see Dewey, as my bonus action, I will use Healing Word for Dewey.
Okay, let's read through Healing Word.
Creature of your choice that you see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So it has effect on undead or constructs.
Alright, so go ahead and roll your healing.
Alright, so that's a 4. So 3 plus my... I'm sorry, where's my spell modifier?
It should be 1d4 plus 3.
Okay. So that is 7.
Alright, you can
Sorry,
heal,
that's 6.
heal 7 hit points.
6.
Thank you. I feel refreshed.
Then it is Dewey's turn.
Yeah, I don't know what else I can do to aid in the digging.
Basically, just do the help action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep digging her out.
Okay.
And I will do my can I also do my dancing lights? Or is that is help in action? I just want to like light up the area like for people to be able to see a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that amidst your digging.
Okay.
If it adds an extra 6 seconds to the digging, it's not going to matter.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So I have that going. So there's a little bit of light for people to kind of see and get themselves out.
Okay. And Kashesi, you can make another attempt to climb out. You can do it with advantage, so you can roll it twice.
Okay.
And it's your athletics.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for me getting out of the snow. I think I'm just too short. I take the lower number out of the 2 rolls, right?
The better one. You have advantage, so it's the better number.
Okay, all right. Sorry. It'll be an 8.
An 8? Yeah. You're pulling at the snow. You're not making any progress.
Do I have any bonus actions? I'm kind of really wanting to angrily use my mage hand at this point.
Using which mage hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull that out. It's not been helping you so far, but yeah, you can have another magical hand trying to scoop up snow.
Gotcha.
So, if a creature fails to dig 3 times, by the rules, you can't attempt to do it again. So you're kind of stuck, but you're lucky you have 2 people helping you out. And you can probably hear them up above digging for you.
Okay.
All right, Jack's turn.
How many times have I tried?
You've tried and failed once.
Oh, really? Okay. I went in my shell. Okay, so just another athletics. Some more. All right, 20.
20, yeah, you get yourself up and you can stand up.
Finally. Oh my goodness. That took 2 minutes. I need a bonus action. Let's see. I think I'll just blow my longhorn for good measure.
Okay. Technically, that would be an action, but I will allow it.
Thank you.
Just to throw it out, one thing I gave all of you. This isn't a normal rule, but it's something I just added. You all have a feat called Rapid Quaffing, which lets you drink a potion as a bonus action instead of an action.
Oh, I saw that.
So if you have like a healing potion on you, you could do that as a bonus action if you wanted. Because I know some of you bought healing potions.
Thank you, DM.
So that's just an extra thing that you all have. And then Earl, you're helping with the digging.
Yes. Besides that, with the digging, can I lower a rope?
Yeah, you can try to.
Try that and see if we can go that route.
Okay, yeah, I say once. I think at this point we can move out of the initiative order because the only thing that's left that's taking turns is nothing. Nothing's taking turns anymore, so you're just going to wait the 30 seconds. So I'll say once you guys can dig down to Kashesi, you can lower the rope to her. And as you're lowering the rope down, Earl, you hear a voice that says, "Doesn't this remind you of a certain ice prison?"
And I kind of mutter back, "Now you show up." Very funny.
Do I hear her? Because I'm right next to her.
Yeah, you hear what Earl said.
And so I'll be like, what do you mean? I've been here the whole time.
Like, from your point of view, it's like you open it up and you see Kashesi, and then Earl's like, now you show up?
I'm like, I think I'm just gonna like probably look like what at this point I've now heard him like muttering weirdly twice. So I think I'm just like weirded out, but then like focused to try to like get Kashesi out.
But yeah, Kashesi, you see the snow before you get pulled away, and the rope is lowered down to you. You don't even have to roll for it. You can easily grab a hold of it, and they can help pull you out.
Okay.
All right.
I sincerely appreciate that.
Once she is out, I'm going to do cure wounds on her.
Okay.
And that is a...
And cure wounds is slightly
it's a
different.
D8 plus 3.
Okay.
I just have to touch. I have to touch you. Sorry.
It's okay.
And that's 10. So you get 10, which hopefully will fill you up.
Oh, 10 hit points back?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you.
Who's still hurting?
Earl's gonna take a swig of the healing potion.
I don't know if I have a healing potion. What? I thought I did. I'm still sore. I got one.
Can I also I'll walk over to Jack too and see if I can do a cure wounds on him.
Okay.
And you get 7 points.
Me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I'm feeling much better.
That's all I got, folks. So
With my healing
I have
potion,
the power.
And healing potion was it 1d4 plus 4? Is that what it was? I think that's what a healing potion does.
The one that I have in my equipment, at least. Go back to it. Thought it said 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, that could be. I might just be remembering it wrong.
Yeah, it says 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So
okay. I remember it's the same number twice.
Oh, same number twice?
Yeah, so the 2 and the 2d4 plus 2, that makes sense. The 2 and the 2. But yeah, as you guys are recovering from getting pushed down this mountain by a bunch of falling snow, you see the rest of your group is kind of picking themselves up and finding things in the snow, helping out some of the animals, helping out other people, and kind of just picking up their stuff.
Do we see Matthew and his axe beak?
Yeah, he's out helping other people. He's trying to make sure no one's hurt. He's got basically some medicine kits to try to help any cuts or bruises. Basically making sure everyone's okay. But looking back up the mountain the way you came, basically the pass is closed in with snow. It would be pretty difficult to turn around and go back now.
Do we see any hint of the creatures that lit the bomb thingy?
Make a perception check.
Oh, it's a natural 20 plus 3.
So I was gonna say it's too dark to really see, but with your natural 20, dark vision only goes 60 feet. You're like looking up a mountain, trying to see something in the distance. But if you actually got a natural 20,
yes,
I'll let you say you see traces of them running away.
Okay. But away from us, so we can surmise that this was the thing that they were doing, and then they accomplished it and they're going away.
I don't remember who exactly saw what, but all together, you can kind of put together. I'll say as everyone's later in the evening, talking about what happened, you kind of put together that they were maybe setting up something to basically set a checkpoint to ambush and rob you guys, but someone messed it up and set it off wrong and caused an avalanche instead. And some of them got caught in it too. So they kind of, once their plan fell apart, they just kind of ran off.
Okay.
So it was a misfire on their end.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, luckily for the most part, I'll say, yeah, no one was seriously harmed in this.
The horses okay, and the wagons and stuff?
Yep, I rolled pretty good on that. So some items might have been damaged, and obviously some of the wagons were left behind, so they're kind of buried. They're gone basically. They're under a bunch of snow. so lost some property, but all the people and animals are okay, and most of the stuff is okay too.
Cool. Does that include, say, our snow gear, the backpack that we're getting instructions from? Yeah,
any items that you had on you still have with you. The stuff that was lost was basically the merchant stuff they were going to try and sell in Bryn Shander. So some people have some losses there, but they'll deal with it. They're happy to have survived the ordeal.
Is there a grouping up that we need to do with Matthew to figure out where's the kind of, I guess, help move everybody to the next whatever checkpoint, wherever we can set up camp next and stuff?
Yeah, he'll basically gather people around. His plan is to try and pack up and keep going this evening a little bit to reach the next place. He's giving everyone a little chance to rest and pick up, but he doesn't want to stay right here because obviously this isn't the best location because those other creatures might come back.
Yeah.
if they were planning something. So yeah, once everyone has a short rest, so you guys can take a short rest if you want. He wants to keep going to reach the next shelter for the night.
What are on the short rest? What are the recover or paladin check boxes?
Let me see. What do you have?
So it lets you have things called hit die that you can roll to get extra health back if you want to get that before we do a long rest where you automatically get it all back.
Yeah, so for right now you have 1 hit dice, so it's a d10. So during a short rest you can roll that d10 and get that many hit points back. But then once you've used that dice, you don't get it back until you take a long rest.
Oh, okay.
So if you just want to I don't know how far your health is, but if you just want to bump up your health a little bit, you can use one of those during a short rest.
Okay. And with a recover, reset maximum HP changes during this rest.
I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think you have any maximum HP changes. I think that would be if you had temporary hit points. I can look into that and know for sure.
No, that's fine. I think I'm rested or short rested.
All right. And you guys get back to the march. Yeah, that's a natural one. So nothing else is coming to get you today. So yeah, you have a basically peaceful rest of the evening after that whole ordeal, and are able to make camp for the night.
Good.
Oh, yeah, we get spell slots back. Sounds like.
Long
Yeah,
rest.
you can take a long rest, so that will get you more healing and get all your spell slots back.
I will play everyone a kind of a soothing yet encouraging song. I don't know. I have something like that, that's good job, people. We made it through, but also, chill and relaxing. I don't know what that sounds like, but something like that.
Okay. So go ahead and make a performance check.
Ooh, okay. That is going to be a 21.
Yeah. People enjoy the calming music after the day they've had.
Good.
Can I make a light show around Dewey with a shower of sparks with prestidigitation?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Add on to that.
I love that this is just us. I think we're not adventurers. We're a performance troupe now.
Don't count me as a part of that.
You have your horn and things.
I know, but I don't want anyone to know that I'm okay with it.
These are Dewey's roots.
So we're sitting
all about it.
We're sitting around a fire right now.
Sure. If you've made camp, I'm sure people have built fire and having dinner and just hanging out.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing some shell art.
What is the shell art?
I don't know. You just see me doodling on my shell, but you can't see it from there. Later.
Cole realizes that Dewey thinks that Earl's a bit weird for muttering to himself, or so she thinks. So I'm gonna accompany Dewey with my flute, see if I can do like an echo.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
18?
18 is pretty good. So between the music accompaniment and the light show, it's a pretty good performance.
Well, it's like these people almost died, and we're like,
We can't fight, but we can play music and make pretty lights and shell art.
Between the other caravan goers, they'll tip you 7 silver pieces.
oh. I'm really just all about like the morale boost. The morale like high. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, you keep that up. I'll keep taking the money. At 7 silvers.
Yep.
All right, just throw them in a shell, people. Throw them in a shell.
I love it that like Jack's like reluctant for it, but then just taking all of the like money that comes from it.
I'm keeping safe.
Well, throwing it in the shell, that's kind of personal, right? Like people are coming up to you and you're still wearing your like winter clothes and they're like coming up in this like into your like shirt and like dropping money. Like,
that's fine.
You're just like, here you go, right in here.
That's probably turning off some people from donations.
Well, they can put it in my flap hat. We'll put that down too.
Man, Jack, we could have gotten 14 silver.
That's true. Guess there's some turtle racists. I've never seen one before. Not in the snowland.
Okay, you guys have a peaceful evening, and the next day is the 23rd. Another day waking up in the dark to the aurora. The snowing seems to have stopped for now. So that's nice. You've kind of had your fill of snow for a while. And you keep moving. A couple people are a little grumbly with lacking their cart or their wagon. They now have to carry more than they did before, but they're making do. And moving along, you start to come across some trees. You've descended enough from the mountains. You've hit the tree line, so you seem to be coming into Icewind Dale proper now.
That was a long rest, right? So I need to hit that button?
Yeah, it was a long rest.
Okay.
And
all right, good, thanks.
I will let you guys see the Icewind Dale map.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So let's see. You guys should be able to see that. You guys are coming in from the south here. Down here, I don't know if you can see my ping is really small. But the south trail through the mountains, you're coming from down there. This is the 10 trail. And so I'm going to, unless you guys have something you want to do, I'm gonna roll 1 dice. You guys are good. I'm gonna say you guys can make it to Bryn Shander, and we can just say yada yada. You travel down this road, unless there's something else you want to do for the next several days. No, I think you're okay with that. We can skip ahead a bit. The rest of the travel is mostly peaceful. Yeah, you start to hit these trees and come up. You do cross the the Red Run River is this river crossing here. And that's when you're finally free of the mountains. And as
I'm not
you
seeing your.
what I had to do on Discord, I had to exit the video chat and then click on watch stream and then come back into it. So if you want to do that, I'll pause for a moment.
What was the way we figured out a way that you can drag the map? I was having issues and now I can't remember.
Right click.
I don't have.
I think it was right click.
I have a trackpad though, so it doesn't let me do that in the normal.
You
right
told me
click.
control click, I thought.
Control click is usually what happens on a Mac.
But it's not doing
Let me see.
I remember we figured it out the last time and I was like, yay! And then now I can't. Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay.
Like it's normally command click, and that's not doing it. So I don't know.
2 fingers.
Oh, that's right.
On the trackpad.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. Thank you. Like
Yeah.
I knew there was something we did.
Okay. So can everyone either see it on the video chat or on Foundry? I should see the Icewind Dale map. I think you have access to see the whole map at once. And you're coming in through this trail to the south. I don't think you see any pins on it. You shouldn't be able to right now. Because you haven't discovered anything yet. So as you encounter things, then you will start to see different things pointed out on the map.
Okay. And you said we were coming in from the bottom left?
Yeah, the bottom left. You see that trail through the mountains?
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, you're coming down that way. And where the avalanche was is probably like a few miles to the south of this. And the path is basically closed off, covered in snow right now. But yeah, you make it to the river. There is a bridge there, so you're able to easily get across the river. The river's completely frozen there. It's the Red Run River. And yeah, it takes you, so that was the 23rd was the day after the avalanche. You will get to Bryn Shander. It'll be about midday on the 30th, so it's going to take another 7 days to travel this far. And yeah, once you get past the trees and after the river, it's pretty boring. It's a hilly tundra covered in snow. You've mostly had good weather for that travel, and no other exciting incidents. It's just marching along this road. It is very cold, very windy. As by the time you get to Bryn Shander, you're sick of hearing the sound of the wind. Icewind Dale is definitely well named. And for actual numbers, let me see. How cold is it? It is less than negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
It's very cold on this trip. And with the wind, it feels even colder than that. So yeah, you
this
try
weather isn't for turtles.
Yeah, you try to cover up and stay out of the wind as much as possible. And that's about negative 45 degrees Celsius for any Celsius measurement people. All right, but you do on about the 30th midday, you start to come to Bryn Shander. You see in the distance the walls up on the hill. And let me see if I can give you permission to see that. This is one part where I don't have this quite optimized yet. I wish I could I can see the pin on my map. I wish I could just click it and say you have permission. But I have to go find it in the menu. So you saw the the Red Run River. Let me give you permissions to see that. And you found Bryn Shander. Let me give you permissions to see that. So those just popped up immediately on my screen here. Do you see them now? It might be hard because this is one problem I had with this map is the map is mostly like white because it's covered in snow. So the pins are hard to see sometimes. But the Red Run River is labeled and Bryn Shander is labeled.
I'm not seeing those. I'll refresh.
You might have to click off of this map and come back to it. Or if you see this little flag on the left, on the upper left, you might have to do that and click on the pin to see the pins. Sometimes those are disabled by default.
Ah, I see that.
Oh.
And let me make that so you guys can navigate to this map whenever you want to. I can give you Icewind Dale map. Can navigate to it now. Yeah, so now if you, just like the Sword Coast map, you can navigate to the Icewind Dale map whenever you want. Alright. And coming up on Bryn Shander.
Civilization.
Yeah. Yeah, after this cold trek through the tundra on this one lonely road, and you don't see anyone else on the road as you travel. It's kind of your group is it. So yeah, coming up and actually seeing the city walls is pretty nice. So it's I said you got there about midday. So just before that, basically sunrise at like 10 a.m. The sun comes up and you can see it off in the distance. And we can bring up the Bryn Shander map. And you guys are coming in from the southwest here.
Oh.
And coming up, when you get close to the gate, you see basically a statue off to your right. Looks like a. Let me see the information up. Yeah, there's a stone statue of what looks like an elf, and there is a plaque on it.
What language is the plaque in?
It appears to be written in Common.
Let's go read it.
Yeah, let's see what it says.
All right. You can just copy it into chat, and any one of you can read it out if you want. Copy.
On this spot did Master Tiago slay the demon, and the snows will cover it no more.
And you do see in this little circle, there is no snow. There's the ground looks black, and there's a little rock wall, like a kind of a semicircle wall made of rock, and the stone statue's in the center.
Would we know, is this the demon from like 150 years ago you mentioned last time we met?
You can make a history check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, so you know from your research on Icewind Dale that, back over 100 years ago, there was a Baylor demon named Ertu that was terrifying the land. And he was basically stopped by a drow named Dritsto Erden, who's kind of a local hero up here because of that incident. And there was a time after that where the demon came back. And the demon was defeated then by Tiago Banray. So this seems to be a memorial or some kind of a statue to that event. And yep, some of the others in your group have also come to admire the statue. Matthew Donna has gone ahead to the gate.
Is there anyone guarding the gate?
Looking ahead, there do seem to be individuals on guard. Matthew Donna's talking with them, and they're basically waving people in, and so some of the caravan is entering.
Y'all ready to go in?
Yep.
Let's do it.
So you can walk through. This is the southwest gate. Now, so the same thing. I have pins on the map I can give you permission for, but I have to go find it in my list and click on it to give you permission. Statue of Tiago Banray. Have permission. The southwest gate. You have permission to see it. Okay, yeah, you go through the gate, and I should probably tell you about the wall, because that's the big defining feature of Bryn Shander, is the big wall. The walls of the town are about 30 feet high, and defined by two concentric rings of upright wooden poles, and the gap in between is filled with dirt and rubble. The outer ring rises above the top of the wall, providing a rampart for defenders stationed on the wood-planked walkway. And you do see several guards walking up on the wall. The southwest gate you're coming in, it's a hinged gate, 15 feet tall, and you can see where it can be barred on the inside with iron-banded wood beams. The gates are open currently, so they're just open, and they're welcoming you in. See, a lot of your group is heading immediately to the left. There is the stables. Is the basically first big building to the left inside the gate.
I'm assuming on our way up here, we probably talk to Matthew about good places to stay, whatever inns we should look at or find.
And he's got he'll basically tell you stay away from Fail Farrell's Inn, which I will go ahead and bring that up. It's right across the street from the stables.
Okay.
Basically, and you can see it's most of the buildings, looking down the street, you just came from Neverwinter and you came from Baldur's Gate, these huge metropolises full of buildings just crammed full of people. Looking down the main road here of Bryn Shander is very different. There's very small buildings for the most part, and this one inn is like a 3-story tall building. It's one of the tallest buildings, and people laughed that the builders of that, they built the inn before they had ever spent a winter in Bryn Shander, because this building is taller than the wall, so all the wind is not blocked. and it's not well insulated. So people tend to stay away from this inn because it's almost as cold as being outside.
Okay.
So we'll avoid that one.
But that's there, right inside the gate. There's a couple places, most in the center of town, basically. There's a big market. Rendarl's Emporium is kind of a big landmark. People do a lot of shopping and trading there. There's Kelvin's Comfort is one of the main inns. It's along the main street. Next to the next to Rendarl's Emporium, there's the Hooked Knucklehead. That's another inn that's better. It's a little more expensive. It's right there in the middle of town. And near the North Gate is the Northlook Tavern and Inn. That's really popular. It's more of a rowdy crowd. You get more adventuring types there, so you might be interested. And Geldenstag's Rest is another inn closer to the East Gate. So those are places that Matthew Donna knew offhand that I will go ahead and illuminate on the map.
And what day is it that we've arrived here?
You've arrived on the 30th, so it's the last day of the month.
Okay.
I should find a better way to do these permissions because I have to go find them one by one.
So what do y'all think? Do we want the rowdy adventurer crowd that we might possibly be able to talk to?
Hear more information about,
Yeah.
or the inn that costs a little more money, so you might get people with more political influence who might know more.
Yeah.
Okay, I think those are all the places I mentioned.
I'm leaning towards the adventurer. I'm one that might have more people that might know more.
I agree. That's my crowd.
Let's go the adventurer route, and if that doesn't work, the next time we can go the hoity-toity rich people.
Yeah.
So are we just going to hit the pub, or are we going to sleep wherever we decide to go?
I'm guessing at this point we don't want to sleep in like bedrolls any longer. So if we're picking an inn, I'm guessing we'll stay there the night.
The design wizard person that we're supposed to find, was that in Bryn Shander?
You didn't have any information about his location.
Okay, so we do need to ask about that. Okay. I couldn't remember if we knew where they were or not. I didn't write it down at least.
Yeah. That was when basically they had contact from the let me get it right before I say the wrong thing.
Oh, the lizard human. Arcane Brotherhood.
Yeah, they had they received contact from the Arcane Brotherhood. The Arcane Brotherhood had sent a team of their members to investigate what was going on in Icewind Dale. I think it was about a year ago. The team kind of broke up due to infighting, but Dazan was asking for help from other adventurers. He's still doing stuff, but they don't know his exact whereabouts. He's in Icewind Dale looking for people to help, but that's as much as you know.
Okay. So which inn was it? The one that was it the Knucklehead was the classic adventurer one?
The Northlook,
the nicer one.
On basically the other side of town.
Okay.
The Northlook was the more kind of rough and tumble adventuring one.
Okay. I say we go there.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Let's go.
All right, and yeah, it's easy enough to follow down to the main market and turn north. It is kind of eerie how this is such a the most populated area, but just compared to where you were, there's so few people, and the people you do see, they're all kind of bundled up, and not a whole lot of people on the street, and it's eerily quiet for a town of this many people.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for some hearty soup. Warm me up.
And
Nice.
hearty conversation.
Cozy bed.
But yeah, you can you find your way to the North Look. Let me see if I've got a description of it. I guess I don't have a description of what it looks like. Okay, but yeah, you find the North Look. It is, you can hear the people inside. There seem to be some kind of musical entertainment at the moment. People are laughing and carrying on, so it is a stark difference from what you've seen walking through the town so far. There seems to be life and joy here, where it's been pretty lonely on your travels so far. So this is a welcome change.
I don't know. I always bring the party, so.
Yeah, you might have some competition. Maybe we'll get a chance to ask around or get some money before you have the whole place singing along.
And have dueling banjos or flutes or whatever we're carrying.
Yeah. Is there a nice booth that's close to the fireplace? Assuming there's a fireplace?
Yeah, so looking around, this place is pretty packed, but you do see there's one table you guys can get around.
Okay.
You can go through the crowd, and there's a fireplace not too far off. It is nice and warm in here. Very very welcoming from the outside coming in here.
What's the I mean, I'm assuming it's adventures, but is it a lot of humans, dwarves? Or is there a variety type?
You do see a variety. It is a lot of humans and dwarves, as expected. You just see halflings, elves, half-elves, others. So there are still a lot of people who are bundled up in coats. So there is some, it's hard to tell what they are, but
okay. No turtles or tabaxi, though.
That's what I'm looking for.
You are the only turtle, tabaxi, and genasi in this place, as far as you can tell.
One of a kind, guys.
We always stand out.
But that's not too uncommon. You're used to being kind of singled out like that.
Well, maybe to help us drum up work for that guy out here we're in town.
Yeah, so I order some sort of yummy soup. Sit down at our table.
Yeah, and they will offer basically a trout chowder.
Oh, I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. So that's perfect. Does it have those little crackers with it?
Oh, yeah, you can get it with crackers, and yeah, it seems to be just a creamy chowder soup.
Checking all the boxes.
It is hot and delicious.
Maybe an ale. I'll do is there some sort of ale here?
Yeah, they have a variety to choose from. They have your standard dwarvish stout. They have a Luskin stout. They have winter wine. They have a selection of Cormyrean brandy.
I'll just do one of the stouts. That's fine. This feels like a place you have a beer, so I'll go with it.
They have they're also selling something called East Haven Ale, and they say they are currently out of honey mead.
I'll do the East Haven Ale.
Okay.
Sounds good. Anybody else? What you guys getting?
I'm just glad to be next to a fire, but I think I'll warm up extra by getting a nice brandy.
I'll get a brandy, and do they have like a fish stew?
Yeah, it's trout stew or trout chowder, basically.
All right, I'll take one of those.
Get the crackers too.
And looking through their menu, the trout seems to be a theme. There's a trout chowder. There's a grilled trout. There's a trout salad. There's most of these items are trout related in some way.
Milkshakes.
You could probably ask for that, and they'll come up with something.
Just get some ice from outside if you want that.
Yeah, right. Some snow from outside. Yeah.
I'll have a trout salad, a brandy, and a stout on my bones.
Okay, I'll say. Do you want all together, or do you want to no, I'll just do I'm not going to go through a menu and do a line item receipt for you guys. I'll just say everyone owes 2 silver to make it a number. I'll come back next time with some a menu or something. I'll be prepared next time for ordering food.
Can you take mine off that 7 that we just got earlier? Or did you pocket that for yourself, Jack?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah, the 7 that we got earlier.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
And
who else performed on that? I guess so too, right?
And sitting here, you guys notice there is up above the hearth of the fireplace, there seems to be a stuffed knucklehead trout, and some people are walking up to it, and while it's mounted there, when someone comes near it, it like turns and starts biting at them.
That's amazing.
And this is just this huge fish that has basically scars across its face, is trying to bite at people who come up to it. And it seems like they're playing some kind of game to try to get near it without getting bit.
Is this like a singing trout on the wall?
That's what I was
thought it was going to say, don't worry, be happy. I don't remember that.
Oh, man.
I'll play this game. I'm going to eat my salad and then go talk to those people.
Okay. And yeah, they're playing a game where they're basically trying to feed a coin. They have like a copper coin. They're trying to put it in the fish's mouth without getting hurt. And once someone successfully does that, the next person tries to retrieve the coin.
Oh.
And this fish looks mean. It is it's biting with some ferocity.
Like hit point ferocity?
Like lose a finger ferocity.
Oh.
I'll take that wager. Just have stubs.
All right, Dewey, let's prepare some cure wound spells.
Right?
Yep. I want to wager the guy near me 5 silver pieces that I can do it without losing a finger.
Okay, you're gonna put a bet on this as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. Here, I'm gonna put it in chat. Here is a picture. And when you get close, you see the plate reads "Old Bitey."
Old Bitey.
Hey, he's glossy. Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
All right, so you're gonna
just bite him back.
you're gonna risk a copper piece and your health to go try and put a coin in the slot, right?
Yeah, why not?
Can I see him doing that, and I will like give him a little like pump up song to give him a bardic inspiration.
Sure.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I've had an ale. I'm ready to pump you up to do this.
All right, I'm hyped. I mean, I just wagered fingers, and those guys haven't even seen under my socks.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you make a. I'm gonna start with a stealth check to get up to it.
I can't take my armor off real quick by chainmail. All right, stealth check. 11.
Doing it.
If you want to add your D6, you can do that now, or you can save it for a second thing.
I'll wait for the actual like hand-in encounter.
Okay, yeah. As you approach it, yeah, it basically wakes up and just starts like moving and snapping. So you kind of watch it for a moment. I think you kind of see if there's a pattern to it or if there's any way to get in there. Go ahead and make your sleight of hand check.
Okay. And can I do bardic on this one? Okay, I got you.
Bless you.
20.
Yeah, you are able to get in there and drop it in and back up right. It almost got you, but you got it. And everyone around just cheers, and like you hear drinks clanking, and that was an excellent show of getting it.
Mortal prowess.
And then, but one of the gentlemen near you is like, "Well, now you got to get back."
Oh.
Was that the deal?
That's the game. It's Old Bitey.
Okay. I'm game, and this is for 5 silver pieces.
That's you found someone to take your bet on it.
Okay. So it's sleight of hand again.
Yep. We'll say you backed up it again. So let's do another stealth. So as you approach.
9.
Okay.
Hey, yo, crud! Wait. No, it might be a little late. I was gonna say, I can cast Bless on you.
Is Bless a touch spell?
No, it is a range within 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah, so you can do that at any time.
All right, Jack. Consider yourself blessed. Don't lose a finger.
Oh, always. Okay, so sleight of hand, and then how do you add bless to it?
I think you add a D4.
D4.
Nine.
With the D4?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get in there and you have your hand on the coin, but it snaps shut just a little bit quicker. You are going to take 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points piercing? Where even is that?
You just take 6 damage, but it's just saying that it's...
Oh.
Yeah.
Golly. Well,
there's people around there. They're laughing and they're clinking glasses again.
Oh,
no. Okay. Well, I can't feel it because of the brandy. We'll be going to bed soon. No biggie.
I asked the
I've
waiter
had worse.
that served us like the brandy and stuff. What's the history with Old Bitey? Does it go by any other name? How did it get up there?
They say, let me see, let me actually read this. This was one of those tough trout down on Mare Dwalden. Pulled many a fisherman into the icy depths, but it was finally caught by a human rogue named Kintyre and her companion, a druid named Maverick. And they hauled Old Bitey here to the Northlook, hoping to have it cooked for them. But Scramsacks here bought it from them and had it stuffed. And it wasn't until years later some prankster wizard cast a spell on it, and so it turns and snaps at anyone who comes near it. And occasionally it puts on a show. We've made it a bit of a drinking game to see who's brave enough to get near.
We commend your bravery, Jack.
Thank you. Do I have to pay the guy silver?
Yeah, if you,
I guess I'll pay up.
5 silver, yeah. And you lost your 1 copper.
Fair's fair. Okay.
You said there's music playing. What's going on? Who's up there?
Yeah, you see, there is someone seems to be playing basically a harp.
Oh, okay. Is it good?
It's okay. It's background tavern music.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of people are paying attention to it, but it's there.
Can I, whenever he's in like a little song break, can I go and talk to him and strike up a convo?
Sure.
I guess I'll just ask, like, if he's been here long.
Let's see. Sometimes it's easier when it's just a person I make up on the spot, because then I know I don't have to go look up something. But when it's an actual person, I want to make sure I don't get the information wrong. Yeah, he's been here for a couple of years. Well, he's been here more than that. He's been here like 5 years.
Okay.
Since before the Everlasting Rime began.
Ah. Since you mentioned it, do you know anything about that or have any ideas as to what's causing it?
They say it's the Frostmaiden spell. It's been going on for a couple of years now. It's kind of why I'm still here. I was just kind of traveling, getting away from it all, But now, don't want to leave and go head out through that winter,
Mm-hmm. Do you remember anything particular that happened around the time that it started?
Not really. It was winter, and then it stayed winter.
Do you know somebody named Dazan?
He doesn't know Dazan.
Do you know if there's any arcane brotherhood here in the town?
He has not heard of the Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's surprising. Last question. do you know anything about a codicil?
He basically just takes a drink and doesn't really know what you're talking about and just goes back to playing.
Oh, okay. Well, then fine. I'll be like, do you like? I'll start. You said he's doing a harp.
Yeah.
What do I want to do with that? I guess I'll do my lute with his harp. I'll start like adding to what I'll riff off him. I'll follow his lead.
Okay.
But like better.
He's playing and he hears you playing. He's like he's kind of just going to dismiss you because you're just asking like random questions, and he was just going to go back to it. But he's like, oh, okay, and he's playing. He sees that you're trying to like follow him, but he then starts like purposely trying to like switch to trip you up.
Oh, no, I'm too smooth for that.
Okay, so the brandy is starting to kick in. Can I use Mage Hand to break a string on the heart?
To break what?
To break a string on the heart?
You can try. Mage Hand can only do up to 10 pounds of force.
Gotcha.
But you can try.
Yeah.
10 pounds is a lot on a string.
Yeah. So let's see.
Right.
Yeah, so he's playing, and suddenly I imagine like you have your mage hand like just pluck all the strings and like just pull on one.
Yeah.
And one of those strings just pops. And he's like, what? He stops playing. And he's like he's upset at it.
I keep playing and play better.
And then I give Dewey the finger guns, and I'm like, it's all yours, Dewey.
No, I mean, I respect a fellow musician, but also,
Yeah, he'll get up and he doesn't really say anything, but he just kind of gives you a look like you win this time.
Oh.
And he goes and sits down and tries to repair his harp.
I like shrug my shoulders and then just like keep playing and like.
And yeah, you see someone else is now trying to retrieve Jack's coin from the fish, and some people are cheering him on. So he comes in real quick, and gets up there, and yeah, he gets chomped on too, and everyone's laughing at him.
Oh yeah.
Jack, are you okay?
Oh, yep. Okay. I was just zoning out. I was just missing my silver for a second. Are there any other games happening in the bar I can wager on?
That's most of it. Other people are just kind of gathered around, like chatting. There's some people up at the bar. As far as like a game or like some coordinated event, that's kind of what it is around the hearth with old Bitey.
Can I'd go out to the bartender?
Yeah. And you see an older human who is yeah, he's a human. He has a thick beard, and he is wearing an eye patch. And he's serving drinks, and you can get his attention.
He named Old Patchy.
You heard someone else say his name is Scram Sacks.
Scram Sacks.
Name?
What should I ask him?
Well, we do probably need rooms for the night. At least get that started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Scram Sax. How much do you charge for a room for me and my comrades over there?
And again, same thing with the menu. I can come back and look that up later. It'll be the normal price for a moderate inn. Whenever I can look that up, that information. I think it's.
Okay, how long you been here?
He has been here a while. Oh, I've been here more than a decade. It's kind of my retirement place, you know?
Oh, you own it?
Yeah, this is my establishment, the Northlook.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah, and he looks up at it like in kind of just admiring his fish, his magical murder fish on the wall.
Magical murder fish that gives him money.
Yeah.
So me and my people are new in town. Is there anything we need to see or any kind of like work that you heard of? We're gonna be here for a little bit.
There's always news going around. Kind of a strange time to be visiting Bryn Shander just to see the sights.
Why do you say that?
Have you been outside? It's winter in the middle of summer. If you didn't notice.
Well, I heard rumors that there's some kind of like deity. Have you seen anything weird, or do you know what's causing it?
he kind of laughs. It's like, if I knew what was causing it, why would I be here?
You tell me. You're
the one
the one
what's causing it. They say it's some god flying around casting a magic spell.
Right.
Not much we can do about that.
Have you ever heard any tales, since you've been here for a while, of chawingas? Do you even know what that is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
So, and he basically asks if you're ordering a drink or.
Yeah, I'll take another stout.
All right, and he'll go get it for you.
I'm gonna walk back to my friends.
Okay, yeah, it seems you guys kind of regroup and just kind of enjoy kind of some peace after all your travel. After a moment, you see three dwarves come in, and they look up. They're covered in snow, and they look up and they kind of catch your eye and come over to you. And you see that they're just bundled in cold weather gear, and they have snowshoes slung over their backs, and you can see they have ice picks on their belts, and two of them have thick beards. The third one comes up to you, holds up a gloved hand, and says in a thick, raspy voice, "Well met. I'm Runa. These are my friends, Korax and Storm. We need your help, and you look capable." And we'll end there for tonight.
Ooh, cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you met some three new dwarfs, and you guys made it to Icewind Dale.
Yay!
Ooh.
All right, well, we'll pick up from there next time. Thanks everyone who's been watching, and have a good night. Bye.
Bye.